How's it going, Brian? I appreciate that you said that, like, you had to bring up the personal stuff. I think that is true, and sometimes people don't understand when you're
So for those of you who don't know who this guy is, I had a few debates with him, and this should be a very
Noerr.
The
great Rob Noerr,
funny
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was actually giving you a compliment. I'm sorry. It's difficult in debates like this where there's a personal nature and you have to bring in things that are relevant to people's lives. It's not really an insult, even when you're implying she slept with 50 men. I understand how it's important to this debate, and I appreciate that. So, given that, feminists such as Melissa Fabello and Caitlin Berg have written extensively about the problem of men adapting feminist talking points in order to harm women. Given allegations that have been made against you of financially exploiting women and your treatment of Savannah Hernandez, who was assaulted by a man,
I'm happy to
and
talk
how
about
you
that.
mocked them, do you think,
Happy
and
to
this
talk
is the
about
question
that.
to both of you, do you think that you exhibit those same sort of toxic behaviors of
Happy.
men embracing feminist talking points in order
Sure.
to attack women?
I'm happy to talk about that. So first of all, I'll start with Savannah Hernandez. By the way, nobody's been arrested in that situation. I've been talking to Savannah for 3 years. Never have I ever condoned violence or said somebody deserves to be assaulted on either side of the aisle. I've said that on 4 national networks since that incident happened. I said it on Pierce yesterday. My issue with Savannah Hernandez is this. And by the way, the worst thing I said to her was I called her a grifter, a right-wing grifter. Okay? Now, I also interviewed somebody that used to work with her at InfoWars, had her on my show, agreed with me. That doesn't mean that anybody deserves to be assaulted. I've said that over and over again. The family and the man who pushed her, which I know he regrets doing that, they've had death threats. There have been people that have threatened to rape the wife and the daughter. I've had plenty of private conversations with them and their attorneys. With that being said, I've also said, if somebody gets arrested, charged, and convicted, let the chips fall where they may. What I don't like are people like the Cam Higbees, like the Nick Sorters, and others that go to political rallies and they're looking to get that viral moment. Now, do I know if Savannah Hernandez wanted to be pushed or not? No, I don't. But I do know that when you go to these types of events and you're looking for that viral moment and you're not a journalist, that was my other issue with Savannah. Her first job was at InfoWars, okay? She's never wrote articles about anything. She's not a real journalist. And when you go around the country asking people what's a man and what, by the way, I'm not a journalist either. I never said I was. When you go around the country saying what's a man and what's a woman, that doesn't make you a journalist. And by the way, any allegations that you've talked about, any, are false. And why do I say that?
We do have to wrap this up.
Okay, well, this is
You'll go
important.
on forever.
I had a death threat yesterday where somebody said they were going to go, they put my address out there. I got into this business knowing. He asked me the question. I'm answering it.
It doesn't even have to do with the question.
Then blame him. It wasn't about feminism.
Just
He
real quick
asked
follow-up.
if you adopted feminist talking
He made
points
claims.
to attack women, and
So
you're
the answer
talking
is
about
no.
people doxing.
The answer is
I'll
no.
just say real quick, I understand it seems your argument there is you have to be careful with accusations or it could lead to death threats.
The answer is
You-
no.
You call
No.
Trump a pedo all the time. They just tried to kill him like 3 days ago.
Who's
Yeah.
they? Who's they?
The person that
The person.
was the
Thank you.
anti-Trumper.
Thank you. The person.
Yeah. Will you retract you calling Trump a pedo, and will you acknowledge that rhetoric?
What I have
helps lead
said,
to damage against
what I
women
have said
threats?
over and over again, I believe, just like I believe with Bill Clinton, that both Bill Clinton and Donald Trump have probably did some horrible things to women. Donald Trump is also a liable sexual abuser. Donald Trump is also named 30,000 times in the Epstein files. And if you're going to say that I believe that Donald Trump may have done some horrible things to kids, then maybe you should call out the other side too. Donald Trump just asked for, 6 Democrats he called for them to be executed 3 months ago. Donald Trump is the guy who said, rough him up, I'll pay your legal bills. So if you're going to call out one side, you better call out the other one too. You're done now.
The next question.
You're done now. I answered your question.
James, since Rob said that was a question for both of us, I just want to quickly say this guy who is the white knight defender of women and
I never
wants
said
to
I was the
protect,
white knight.
You want to protect women, yet your very first DM to me was asking how many beers my husband had to have in order to
I did say that.
work
You know
up
why? I'll defend
work up
that.
the guts to have sex
I'll defend
with me.
that. I'll defend that. And it goes to what Rob Noerr just said. Here's the reason why I said that. She put out a tweet.
I shared a tweet
Excuse
somebody
me. Let me
else
just answer.
put
Let me
out.
at least defend myself. She put out a tweet, a
I didn't say
retweet,
you
whatever you call it.
didn't. I just shared
Doesn't
a
matter.
tweet about
She
it.
has a large platform, and she retweeted, or whatever you want to put it, a story about me with all the worst. My sister passed away at the age of 37. The person in this article, she doesn't care. Yeah, again, she doesn't. She
You
can give,
just
she can give two shits.
you
I'm
can't be
answering
concise.
why. I'm defending why I called you
Get
that
it
and why
out
I said
quickly.
that.
There's
Because I
no
was.
excuse for you to say
Oh,
that
okay,
to
but it's
me.
an excuse
You
to
don't
call
know
people
me.
retards. Get lost. Go ahead. Excuse.
I'm saying you don't give a fuck about women.
No,
buddy.
I don't give a fuck about you.
You are a sneaky fucker is what you are.
I think you saying that makes you retarded. So first of all, to use that word and to call, no, it's not cool for her to use that word. To say that just because.
Bro, that's retarded.
Look at it in
It's
nature.
retarded?
It's ridiculous.
Is that what you're saying?
It's ridiculous. No, I think you are. Just be quiet. Make Andrew a sandwich and
Wow.
be quiet. So
That's pretty misogynistic.